Hello, so this is Universal 6-course counseling skills. Listening, empathy, genuineness, unconditional positive regard, concreteness, and open questions. EBP. Goal: define evidence-based practice. EBP refers to intentional selection of therapeutic approaches or modalities that have been rigorously examined through research methods to ensure the effectiveness across populations and issues. There is an extensive process, as you take note in your book. Research EBP for your area of interest. Trauma models, substance abuse models, models of to treat depression, etc. So if I went with like models to treat borderline personality, I'd probably find a lot on DBT and mindfulness. But anyway. ACE, adverse childhood experience. So, adverse childhood experiences. How adverse childhood experiences impact health and well-being throughout the course of your life. The ACE's questionnaire is being used in many medical practices, schools, and human service agencies, but knowing what to do after you have the information is key. I can't click on that right now, but I found our net. I might put that on later. It's 1.25 hours. So. Cognitive behavioral models. Thoughts, what we think, affect how we feel and act. Behaviors, what we do, affects how we think and feel. Emotions, what we feel, affects how we think and act. So it's a both-way going circle. You can start at, let's see. If you start here at thoughts, you can go this way and you're back, or you can go this way. Either way, it just keeps going and going. CBT is based on several core principles, including psychological problems are based in part on faulty or unhelpful ways of thinking. Psychological problems are based in part on learned patterns of unhelpful behavior. 3, people suffering from psychological problems can learn better ways of coping with them, thereby relieving their symptoms and becoming more effective in their lives. CBT treatment usually involves efforts to change thinking patterns. These strategies might include learning to recognize one's distorted thinking that are creating problems, and then to reevaluate them in light of reality. Gaining a better understanding of the behavior and the motivation of others. Using problem-solving skills to cope with difficult situations. Learning to develop a greater sense of confidence in one's own ability. CBT treatment also usually involves efforts to change behavioral patterns. These strategies might include facing one's fears instead of avoiding them, using role-playing to prepare for potentially problematic interactions with others, and learning to calm one's mind and relax one's body. What did you find for trauma supportive approaches? So they have seeking safety, EMDR, which requires special certification. DBT, important to be trained in it, BS degree based on CBT. DBT and CBT are the ones I'd probably work with the most. TREM, in the trauma-informed care, 1, safety. This includes creating spaces where people feel culturally, emotionally, and physically safe, as well as awareness of the individual's discomfort or unease, transparency and trustworthiness, choice, collaboration and mutuality, and empowerment. Changing behavior. We are not complex. So we're back to this thoughts, behavior, emotions, except for this time they made it a triangle instead of a circle. And then over here we have it in the circle again. So changing the behavior is not complex. So what they're showing is if you can change what you think, you can change how you feel about it, and then change the emotion surrounding it. Motivational interviewing, stages of change, 12-step treatment, dialectical behavior therapy, cognitive behavior therapy, look at defense mechanisms, thought, accuracy, etc. CBT, matrix, continuity, and 7 challenges, which is for young adults. So they have evidence-based practice theories on the SAMHSA Gov, free information, and book to use in treatment. So that's another one I might go to after this video. Facilitate an action. Transition understanding and insight into action. Goal setting, treatment planning, smart, so attainable. Develop specific assignments and steps. Techniques, role play, difficult to use an empty chair. Rehearsal and imaginary. Relaxation techniques. Develop reinforcers. And be careful about transference.